What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking a little bit about the spotlight challenges. So we are going to be talking about how to quite easily beat all of these challenges. So again, I'm taking my time with these challenges, but I very handily beat the first ones, or the first one I did for Nate Robinson. I'm on my Xbox account right now because I used an Xbox account for my last gameplay, and I don't really want to just change the console. So, obviously, just going to be showing a couple of clips here. But this is how you guys are going to have the best chance of doing this without spending any MT or even using any like crazy playbooks, because there's no quick true STS. I'm going to say that right now. There is no quick true STS. There are plays that make it easier, yes, but you don't even need it. Playbooks can kind of be expensive. So if there was a quick true STS this year, I would tell you guys, get the Brooklyn Nets playbook, run quick true STS. But there's no quick true STS anymore. And also there's two different gens, so there's kind of different approaches you can go on both gens. But for me, I think the approach is very similar. I think if you can green, you are going to win, because I'll be able to tell you guys how to get open against the AI. And also, as well as that, you gotta be able to win the like triple threat challenges, and in a lot of them it's got a certain amount of dunks. Getting the threes is fine. For anything where it's like you need a certain amount of rebounds, if the AI is not missing, then what you basically gotta do, I didn't actually talk about this in the video, you basically gotta call for a screen, then tap L1 to make them slip the screen so that they get basket side, and then intentionally brick the shot and go for offensive rebounds. This is if it's late in the game and say you only have 9 rebounds and you need 12 as a team, but you should be able to get 12 as a team if you play defense the way I say. And playing defense, it's a very simple thing. In terms of the players, if you guys want to save as much MT as possible, most people have, whatever you do, do not click this button. Whatever you do not click this button. But most people have quite a few tokens. Like I got 82 tokens on this account, but on my main account I'll probably have all of these emerald tokens bought. So like it's a lot easier to get these token rewards and pay like a couple of thousand MT for certain players, then do the same with the sapphires. Rubies, I think rubies might be a bit steep depending on your MT total, but the emeralds and sapphires, like 3 tokens, 6 tokens, like it is so easy to build up these guys right here and these guys, so they will be able to get you your extra players. And as well as that, there are a couple of guys that I think you basically need. If you're on current gen, I'm gonna say you need 2 of these guys when you're making your team, and there's a lot of them around, so you don't really need much in terms of your point guard position. Literally just someone to do anything, play a little bit of defense, pass. Like that's really it. Like it's not defense, it doesn't even matter. I've been using Doc. I think I used Maurice Cheeks as my point guard. Like it really wasn't anything. And then my backup point guard, like it really doesn't matter. Let me just put in Bobby Jackson. This is just an example of players, but you can literally, the point guard doesn't matter. Preferably you want someone with clamps, honestly. I don't think I have one. But if you've got like a Maurice Cheeks, he works perfectly fine. Because the thing is, he is not going to shoot the ball. And unlike when you're playing online, teams aren't going to be able to paint sit off him. And this is where it's important, the 2 guard. I think this works way better for some reason on your 2 guard when you're running like pick and rolls and stuff. I could be wrong, but the 2 guard position seems to just be able to get open easier. So the guys that I'm using are Kevin Porter and Felipe Lopez. There are not many guys that can play Flip Murray, Smush Parker on the cheap note. These are the guys that you want in your team. The reason for that, or if you have and if you're not on a budget, obviously you can use Terry Dishinger, you can use Evan Fournier, you can use Jack Marin. The Curry slide glitches the AI on both gens. The snatchback on current gen works, so you don't necessarily need these guys on current gen. Like on current gen, using the Nick Anderson works perfectly. Using an Eric Gordon works fine. You can use the snatchback situation. You can use like the snatchback animations. That works quite well. At Hall of Fame on current gen, the snatchback doesn't work quite as well. It works perfectly up until the Hall of Fame games. But in those Hall of Fame games, you can literally just burst by if you know how to speed glitch. And then yeah, if not though, on both gens, these guys work perfectly because the curry slide glitches the AI on both gens if you curry slide away from a screen. I'll explain a little bit later. So I got 2 curry sliding guys. Range extender is highly suggested, but not necessary because I can do it I've done it with Ronnie Brewer in my team and he's been pretty good. But yeah, so these guys are nice. And then literally what you guys need at the small forward position, someone who can hit a wide open shot and play defense. That's literally it. Play, and not even good defense, play moderately okay defense and hit a wide open shot. So that's why I've used Bruce Bowen and Nick Anderson. I think on my main account when I was doing the grind, I'm pretty sure I had Jared Jeffries and Jeff Green. Like, these were the guys that I was using. I used Kevin Porter and I used Terry Dishinger instead of Felipe Lopez, but I don't have Terry Dishinger, and Felipe Lopez is only like a slight downgrade in Terry, trust me. And then the power forward and center position, lob catchers. Lob catchers who can, hitting an open jump shot is quite important as well, actually. So I got Jeremy Grant. Jeff Green is a really good player to use. And sometimes I use the Amethyst Dino at power forward, but someone that can hit a wide open jumper and catch a lob. So Jeff Green works well. And the center position, they do not need to be able to shoot. Someone who is a big body can rebound and catch lobs. So Shaquille O'Neal and Dino. These guys work. Like, you can easily win all these challenges with this Shaq because his only offense is going to be to throw lobs to him, and his defense is literally just going to be you're going to be usering him and just running around the place with Shaquille O'Neal. So a squad like this works perfectly. You don't need to use this squad exactly. Obviously, when you have to use guys from certain teams, your teams are going to be a little bit weaker. But literally, what you need, one person on your team that can score the ball and that can drop 40 points in a game. For me, that's KPJ and Felipe Lopez. And this is like guys that you can get for a combined 2,000 MT. What you then need, preferably you want athletic guys at the power forward position. That is preferable, but you can get away with just using anyone at power forward. And the center position has to be shooter. It has to be shooter. Yeah, so not a shooter, sorry. It has to be a dunker. I'm being dumb right now. It has to be a dunker. It has to be a slasher. It has to be someone who can catch lobs. Point guard almost doesn't matter. It does not matter. Like, if you want to run a Lopez at point guard, give yourself an extra option with like your scoring 2 guard, that's fine. But like, the point guard is the most irrelevant position ever, or the 2 guard. Like, you just need one guard that can score, and they have to play 1 through 3, and the rest of the guys, all they have to do is just be able to hit a wide open shot or run a little bit. Like, for me, the point guard position is the most irrelevant one. You can use basically anybody there. You can run basically anybody there and you can be fine. All I'm going to say though is that it takes learning 2 things. A player's release, and it's the reason why I say like stick to the same players, because you can always use 3 players. Normally a team does have a rim catching center in their squad, and they're normally quite cheap. But for me, Terry Porter Jr. and Kevin Porter Jr. and Terry Dishinger, they are going to be mainstays through the entire thing for me, because they're going to be doing the vast majority of my scoring. And I've learned their releases. So go into shooter and then learn these guys' releases, because on Hall of Fame difficulty, it's not easy. You're going to have to learn the releases of these guys. And also, learn the speed glitch. Learn to speed glitch. So I'm just going to show you a very, very quick thing. I wish I had hand cam. There is hand cam. If you're on next gen, you don't need to know the speed glitch. Trust me. There is a different animation. But if you are on current gen, this is literally it. So you're dribbling. And the easiest way to do it, the easiest way I'm going to tell you guys to do it, hold L2, let go of everything, and then, so you're holding L2, then you push the side a little bit, and then you sprint. So you basically you're dribbling, you hold L2, push the side, and then you sprint. You go into that like burst animation, and it glitches the AI. On next gen, how you glitch the AI is you push back, and then you run. That's literally it. You see that animation, that's awful on current gen, but that literally, it stuns the AI. Especially if you do it with a Lopez or a Kevin Porter Jr. like I have. That will stun the AI. So, on next gen, that is the animation. On current gen, if you guys, a very, very basic speed glitch tutorial. Obviously, there's a bunch of things you can do out of the speed glitch, but literally hold L2, push to the left, and then hold the sprint button because it will glitch the AI. That is very, very vital, being able to do that. Practice it a little bit and shoot around. If you are struggling, especially on the Hall of Fame difficulty, or you're struggling to get dunks and go by the AI, trust me, as much as you guys might say, oh, I don't want to learn the speed glitch. If you want to beat these challenges easy and you're on current gen, you better learn to speed glitch. But anyway, yeah, now let's get on to the gameplay breakdown. So, TTO on current gen, basically speed glitch to the basket and they can't stop it. As well as that, they can't stop snatchbacks either. So basically, you're going to score 2-3 points in almost every possession if you know how, again, if you know how to time release, so you're fine. In the 5v5, literally your defense, you just off-ball with your center. Like, there's nothing else that you just off-ball with your center and then just try and make reads. If your center's length, you're fine. Pick and rolls, normally you will be able to hit the guy going into middle. If you can 3-hunt, great. But one thing I noticed is that if you drive middle and just kick to the opposite corner, they're open 99% of the time on both gens. And then also, obviously, the lob, passing, inside are going to be fine. Next gen, obviously, whether you're curry sliding or whether you're just do something away from the screen that glitches the AI. And obviously this right here, you can see it. I go back right here, and as you guys can see, I just blow by the AI. The AI gets a stun animation as soon as you step back, and you're automatically by them. Sometimes they help you, most of the time you're fine. In 5v5, you do anything away from the screen, and you're getting a wide open. Or you're getting a shot that you can green. On defense, same again, hard off ball. There's not too much about the defense. You literally just hard off ball and hope they miss. They will score a lot, but you can score almost every possession. If you know how to time your releases, you will score every possession. Doesn't matter what the difficulty is. Like again, curry slide away from the screen. They're not going to be able to get a good enough contest on you. One other thing I noticed, if you run a high pick and roll from the top of the key, this guy in the bottom right corner is actually glitched to help in. So you will get a wide open 3 in the corner. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, that is the video. Hopefully this helps you guys. I would suggest some playbooks, but honestly, I don't think there's any of them that make it that much easier than this. Like again, I am by no means the greatest player in the world at this game, and I'm very, very comfortable beating all these challenges. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you only love me cause I'm popping. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ball point, you